shot there, bud.
Thanks.
You guys have one? Yeah. So, you know that girl I was talking about dating now a month ago? Yeah. So, well, she's kind of like asking me to do some stuff. Like stuff you don't want to do or stuff like stuff I don't want to do. And she's like pressuring me into doing it.
Well, like, what's the stuff?
Like going to parties, drinking, doing drugs, like stuff like that. And I really do like her, but I'm just not comfortable with doing stuff like that.
Well, I mean, have you talked to her about it? Like, told her? Hey,
No, not at all. Actually, I just didn't really think about it that much. Like, it just bothers me, and that she keeps on asking, even though I say no.
Well, if it bothers you and she clearly wants you to go, you should like bring it up to her. Like either say, no, I think I'm good. I don't really, parties isn't my thing. And then if it's still her thing, sure, let her go. Like let her go to the parties, not let her go like out of your life. But let her still be important to you, but also let her do the things she wants to do. You know.
But I feel like that's bad stuff to be doing, and I want to help her through that, you know. And I care about her so deeply.
Well, I mean, my recommendation would just be to, talk to her about it. Be like, hey, I want to talk to you about this, and just go from there.
You're in a relationship, like a pretty good one. Like, what's some examples of doing stuff like that?
Well, I talk to my girlfriend all the time about stuff. Hey, that's bugging me. Like, I'll be like, hey, I don't really like you wearing that. That's a little, too much. Like, but it's awkward a little bit, but it gets somewhere. Like, it's sure, she's like, if she still wears it, like, I'm like, okay, she's bad at me, but maybe I should resolve that. So I don't know, it's worked out so far, and I feel like it's been pretty good. So just
But I just feel like I want to be with her 24/7, and it's just, I know that's bad to think that. Well, I don't think it's that bad, but
okay.
I just don't know how to be like okay with being alone in a situation.
Well, like it's the time you guys spend together is like a gift from God, and like separating should realize that you can't be with her every day, every moment. So you're like that separation, like let God in between and let Him know like that you guys want to be a thing and let His grace like flood you guys. So I would just think about it, pray about it, and let God do His thing.
So like, what would I do in the meantime? Like, wait.
Well, let her like tell her to like pray about it. Let her have this you too. I know people go through emotions. They feel different things.
Mm-hmm.
Owen, what are your thoughts?
I think you gotta just, like you said, get comfortable with space. You gotta realize too, like we're in high school. You're not married to this girl yet.
Thankfully.
Maybe you won't ever be married to this girl, but don't think of it as like, oh, this is my forever person.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you should be trying to go for that.
Yeah,
but,
obviously.
You shouldn't be in the mindset of like, it's only you and her in this room. You should just be like, we got separate things. We got our own families. We got our own parties to go to.
Mm-hmm.
So just recognize like, you don't have to be together 24/7, even though you want to be. Sometimes it's good to give up things you want.
But the whole drug issue, I don't like that she does that stuff. Like, how do I tell her to stop? Like, I know communication, right? I know you've been saying that. But what would a conversation be like with her about that stuff?
Well, like you bring it up to her senses, because like I'm sure she doesn't know, because she doesn't recognize that. But you bring it up to her, be like, hey, I really don't think this is cool. I don't think that you should be doing this because that hurts yourself mentally and physically. So like, just bring it up to her, see what she thinks, and then if she doesn't change, clearly she is not interested in this relationship or wanting to go deeper. So.
Yeah, I know I said not to get too invested, but there should be a little investment. Like if she's not willing to change, like a little bit, for objectively better thing.
Yeah, good thing.
Like that kind of says like she's not really interested in a relationship.
How can I just cut that out of my life? I've been talking with her for like 4 months now, like consistently every day. How do I just cut that off? Like,
feel
Well-
like that just leaves a hole.
You don't have to cut it off yet. I mean, you haven't even talked to her yet. You
Yeah.
don't even have to cut it off yet. You could just you talk to her. You let her know how you're feeling. You're both. I mean, we're all religious. And you can let her know, like, hey, like, I feel like this would be beneficial on a Catholic level. We're not told to go party, drink, and that is sin. And tell her, like, hey, I'm not comfortable with you sinning, because for a relationship, you should be trying to, get each other to heaven. That's the goal.
Shout out God.
All right. But so you're trying to get to heaven. That should be the goal for the relationship. So if she's trying to get you, not only like she's not even helping you to heaven, but she's actually driving you away from it. She's driving you into like sinning.
Yeah.
And trying to get you to do that. That's just not a good relationship. Like with God, at that point, it's breaking your relationship with God. Or your relationship should be with God and the person, not separate. All right.
Dang.
So like, how is your course of action gonna go when you bring this up to her?
I feel like I'm gonna hit her with, that we need to talk, and then once into that, I'm just probably gonna tell her, hey, I'm uncomfortable with you going to these parties and you doing this stuff, right? Like, I want you to be better because I care about you so much, and I just want you to feel like I'm not forcing this upon you, but I want you to realize this bothers me, and if you're not willing to try and make a change, like, you don't have to cut it out completely, but like tone it back.
Yeah, like, take steps.
Yeah, take like baby steps, I feel like that'll, and if she's not willing to do that, then that's when I'll be like, yeah, I just don't think this is gonna work out, and then something like that.
Yeah, that's a solid plan. And I don't think she's gonna be insanely upset. Unless she's, even worse for you, but so it should go well, and hopefully she does change to like at least not pressure you into doing that. But yeah. Yo, Garrett, we got more to talk about.
Oh, okay.
Kaleb and I are reading this book called Loved as I Am. It's from Sister Miriam. You probably don't know who that is.
Nope, no idea.
She wrote the book. Anyway, but it's kind of like just to reaffirm your situation. She used
to be like a hardcore alcoholic, going to college. She was a D1 volleyball player. She got a bunch of offers. But then she basically threw her life away because she got super drunk at a party, and she got super overly into alcohol, and then that kind of ruined her career. So then she then became a sister and realized that the love of God is more than that. So now she is kind of like your
girlfriend at the moment. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like she's not to that point yet.
yeah, but it's just kind of
Leading up to it,
it's all roads lead to Rome, she might be going there. We never know.
yeah. So, do you want should I read the book myself, or should I give it to her and be like, hey, if you're not if she doesn't understand the text that I sent her, should I be like, hey, you should read this book? Maybe it'll help you understand where I'm coming from.
I think you should definitely read it too, but then definitely give it to her if you like it and you think that's what she needs to grow on.
Mm-hmm.
And then Owen, what were you gonna say?
same thing.
Oh.
Yeah, both. You read it. You encourage her to read it. You just kind of let her know it's okay, to be into parties and drugs. But it's not okay to stay there.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's okay to have come from there and then change. And you're not asking her to become a nun. You're just asking her to, at least not peer pressure, and at least just come back to being, faithful.
And being somebody I can trust. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Garrett, how'd it go?
Oh, let me tell you how it went. So, I tell her the stuff. She goes, well, I'm not going to change. And if you're not comfortable with that, then we should probably break up. And I actually did read, like, kind of did the things you guys were saying.
The Love Is I Am book.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
a
much.
pretty good book, isn't it?
And so I'm not gonna lower my standard. Like, I'm gonna keep my high standard and not lower it for anybody. And so with that, I just decided I gotta be done with this girl. And so that's what I did. I mean, she pretty much dumped me.
But I mean, you stuck to that. So that's
She didn't change. That's her will. That's what her will be done.
Yeah, true. And yeah, just keep that standard high.
You know, like,
Looking forward to the big things you do in life, Garrett.